best butt.
Thank you.
What? Hi.
Guess who's back?
Back again. That's all I know of that song.
We're back.
Again.
Tell a friend. Share.
Please.
Tweet it.
Tweet it.
Instagram it.
Tumblr
This
it.
is not even like because we want to be famous. This is because we want to help people.
Also, we like talking.
Also true.
A lot. We're really
just
loud.
giving us an outlet to talk.
Let us talk to you. Heart to heart. Ew, that was awful. See.
Okay.
No. Okay, so let's talk about choosing a major in college. Now, you can choose your major right from the get-go. You can choose your major when you're 8 years old. My sister decided she wanted to be a dentist, I think, when she was like 2 years old. And lo and behold, she will be graduating dental school this year. My brother...
Hey now.
Right?
This is what dreams are made of.
Exactly. Praise be alma mater, Lizzie McGuire. Alma mater doesn't make sense. Well, you know. My brother, however, did not know what he wanted to do. We all thought he would go into like sports radio. He ended up being a religious studies major, choosing it at the very last second when IU told him, you have to choose a major. And now he is a pastor in Wisconsin. So it's really interesting to kind of see those changes. And
from that, you can get our first disclaimer.
College is not for a career. I cannot stress that enough. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I have no clue. But I do know that I want to study religious studies and possibly theater. It's what I love. I think your major should really be something that tugs at your soul and that you feel and that you're so interested in that I know for me, I was reading one of my textbooks and I was just doing the required reading and I couldn't put it down. That's for me when I knew that I was in the right place. Because
it's things like that. Like if you are just, you love doing it. You know, you're so excited to get started and get doing it. That's when you've hit a niche.
Yeah. And I mean, you can have a really practical degree and never do anything with it. I know a lot of people who have degrees and they're really great and seem like they'd be so useful in the real world, and that's not what they're doing at all. So it's really important that you focus on what you love, because that's going to make school so much easier. It's going to make your life so much easier and way more fun and fulfilling. So that's our disclaimer for this entire video.
Yeah, so, you know, take your
time
you want. So our first tip, be flexible with your major. Do not go in rigidly like, I'm going to finish this, I'm going to do this, unless, you know, you are sure, like you already feel so passionate about this that you're like, this is it.
And I mean, even people who are super passionate, I know, again, with my sister, she got to organic chemistry and was like, do I want to do this? No.
That's what chemistry makes me feel.
Right? It was awful. I would never want to do chemistry. I don't think I ever have to take it again, and I'm so thankful. But it's just stuff like that where you've got to evaluate, is it worth it to you? Because if you're stuck taking 5,000 math courses and you're not good at math, but you love that major, you're going to stick it out. But the same thing, if you hate math and you're not happy, don't waste your time. It's not helpful. It's not healthy.
Because if that career is going to involve all that math, which it should if you're taking all those math classes, like, is that really what you want to do with the rest of your life? There's so many options and offshoots of majors. Like, you know, there's business, but there's also, you know, online business. There's, you know, international business, which don't require all of that math and, you know, things that might entail. And I know with engineering, there's that big straight path engineering, but why not electrical engineering, bioengineering, you know, things like that, offshoots that can just, if you aren't feeling totally 100% okay with the track you're on, but you love that, you know, the idea of being an engineer, then, you know, look into your other options.
Our next little business, let's talk about your college, like your college being helpful in choosing a major. There are lots of ways your college can be helpful, because your college will give you lots of tips and tools, especially on their website. I know I've spent hours upon hours upon hours just perusing IU's major options, not even because I was looking, just because it's fun.
Like, look at the classes they offer. Even if you've already filled up all your credit hours for the semester, look at the other classes. See what's available. See what you might want to take next semester. See what's available semester after that if it's one of those limited classes. Be open to, you know, taking an extra 3 credit hours if it's really worth it to you. If that class just sounds amazing, even if it's nothing to do with your major, please just be open and take it.
On this vein, take classes that sound fun. If your major has nothing to do with art, but you love art, take a freaking art class. It's gonna be fun. Maybe you can get a minor in it.
And not only that, but if you're able to say, like, I'm fat to a job person, that said, don't go for a career. This is not a career, but if you go into an interview and say, look, I'm also fascinated in art, I know some graphic design, they're gonna be like, cool, another skill. Like, they're not gonna be like, oh, you aren't completely a business major. What? They're gonna be like, great, you can work with our graphics, you can, you know, you can be a part of that.
Will you help with our website, stuff like that?
It's not gonna detract from you at all if you look into other things and minor in something that has nothing to do with your major.
Okay, next, tippity tip top. It's okay to be exploratory.
Talk to your professors.
Oh my gosh, they're there for a reason, and they want you to talk to them. That's what office hours are for. A lot of people think that you have to have like a question on the homework or whatever, but professors just want you to come and talk to them, and they are fonts of knowledge.
Chill.
They're so cool.
They're so funny. They have amazing life stories. A lot of them, especially ones who are older, have been all over the world, know so much about their subject, but also have lives outside of that. A lot of them have, you know, wives and husbands and kids and stories of amazing things they've seen and experienced, and talking to them is absolutely fascinating.
And I know for me, none of my religious studies professors right now were religious studies majors, ever. I have 2 history majors and a psych major, I believe. And they're all teaching religion classes, and they'll sit and they'll talk with me about why I'm choosing to do this and what brought them to teach that here. And it's so cool to
hear
learn
their
that.
stories. And I mean, there you go. Just because you aren't a religious studies major doesn't mean that you are not supposed to be on the path towards that.
Yeah.
You know? So
really take advantage of the knowledge that's given to you by your university, because they will really try to provide you with lots of things. Go to involvement fairs. I can't stress that enough. Join organizations on campus and do as much for your school as you can.
And you're going to get so much more out of it than you could have even imagined, just beyond that feeling of accomplishment, like, hey, I did this. So, like we said, be flexible, and talk to your college and it'll talk back.
Yeah.
So, have fun, kids.
See you next week. Bye.